Alright, so welcome back to, I guess, technically my first playthrough of the Burning Shores. Or, this will be a follow-up video to my first playthrough of the Burning Shores, where we are gonna go through all the things I missed in my playthrough. Because even though I did get all the trophies, and almost 100%, we'll get into that, there were some things we missed, a couple of data points, glyphs, and some other things. So, wanted to make a quick follow-up video. Where we basically go over those things. So that is what we are doing now. So without further ado, let's just get started here. So starting off here, let's head back to Fleet's End here. Because I believe in my first playthrough there were a couple things here at Fleet's End I forgot to do. So let's do that. And I'll go over all the things we are missing here. So there's a couple of characters here at Fleet's End we can talk to. We can actually talk to Gildan again after you completed his side quest. I missed that on the first playthrough. Then all the data points and glyphs I missed. I now have a guide so I can find all of the ones that were missing from the first playthrough. Then of course all the companion data points that were missing too. Because I hadn't completed those side quests, we'll go over that as well. And then, of course, the arena at the end, which we didn't do on the first playthrough, because it turns out those arena challenges are really hard when it comes to, what's it called? When it comes to using the weapons I had that were basically handicapped weapons. So yeah, we're gonna do the arena challenges with some proper armory so we can get through them. But first off, let's start here at Fleet's End. Yeah, I did do the Easter egg on Santa Monica Pier. I believe that was the last thing I actually did in my first playthrough, Dorian. The very last thing. So if you go here, you can actually find Sega again. And talk to her. It's not much dialogue, but you can talk to her right here.
To see you so soon. It's a nice surprise, though.
Just a couple of few lines of dialogue here.
I know it's selfish, but I wish you could stay for a while.
I'm not sure how many lines of dialogue she has here, but let's just go through them.
I miss you. Not right now. when you're not around. Oh boy, you get my point. You should have seen the Admiral's face when I told him about Alva and landfall.
Yeah, the loot in the box with the music Easter egg was pretty bad.
As soon as we're able, we'll sail north to regroup with the rest of the fleet. Good luck out there, Aloy.
Alright, I believe that was the last one, but yeah, a little extra dialogue with Sega there. Are we allowed to ask what I found? Yes. So I believe the next thing is up here. I did talk to the general in my last playthrough after I completed everything. But I didn't realize you could talk to Sega here. I only learned that after the playthrough. I have not found that yet, Greedy. That's one of the things I have on my list of things we met. But let's just go with it, because I'm pretty sure.
We can start thinking about
Yeah, I got this dialogue.
again. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the dialogue probably is different depending on the ending you chose. I actually don't know. Obviously, I'm not gonna go through all the different endings and all that. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. You know, we'll see all those throughout speedruns and all that on streams and that. This is more just again to what my first playthrough is. I believe there's a little extra dialogue here with Kina.
I'll be glad when we sail home. When I can leave everything that happened here behind. I still can't believe Sega took a diviner's focus. She really was willing to do anything to find us. I'll always be grateful to you, Aloy.
So yeah, she has like those 3 lines of dialogue there.
Hey,
And then the people here from the side quest with the prisoners.
Pirik and his goons were a disgrace to the Quinn. I'm glad we got some payback.
All those prisoners owe you a great debt.
So yeah, nothing special with these guys. But next thing up here will be a little bit more special, because turns out you can talk to Gildan after you completed his quest if you go to the camp outside the Relic Ruin. I somehow managed to miss that on my first playthrough. I hate that I missed it. Let's talk to Gildan again here.
Whoa!
Take this to your
Fascinating.
later.
Girl, you will not believe what I witnessed. A metal devil rose from across the sea, took half the mountain with it, and went for a dip in the ocean. I never pictured such a substantial machine to be a good swimmer, but I suppose it is somewhat jellyfish-like. Then, just as I was pondering what it was doing in there among the tides, BAM! It exploded. I suppose the seas weren't too welcoming to it. Now that I think of it, the Metal Devil and I have that in common. Has anyone ever mentioned your friend Gaia is quite the conversationalist? She never tires of old Gildan's musings. Gaia endowed me with an old world map. I'm gonna take a gander and then definitely head north. Or east. Or maybe south. To think the old ones had all the information in the world right in front of them. Ha! I bet they never had anything to argue about. These shores sure are plentiful with those towering ruins left by the old ones. I once delved into such a marvel. I climbed to a dizzying height and found it filled with such oddities. There were rows and rows of workbenches, some divided by short walls, others just strewn about. One floor after the other. Workbenches! Don't you think their operations would have been a thrilling sight? Imagine it! Waking up in the morning, ascending one of those towers, tools in hand, and you'd spend your days smelting and crafting amongst your fellow smiths. They must have been truly prolific and dedicated craftspeople to need so many workbenches. The armor that came out of there would probably crack a wide maw's teeth wide open. I'd wager any good shards that those smiths never tired of laboring in a forge like that.
Ah, yes, Gildan, just keep that thought.
I can't wait to delve with this little wonder by my ear. So many doors will swing open, and hopefully stay open. Has anyone ever mentioned your friend Gaia is
Yeah, there we
quite
go.
the
That's all of it.
conversationalist? She never tires of old Gildan's musings.
But nice, awesome little extra Gildan dialogue here. How wholesome. And yes, we definitely need more Gildan in future Horizon game. Can't wait for more Gildan. So anyway, let me bring up my guide here, because now we should look for all the data points that we missed in the first playthrough. Obviously not the main quest ones. So data points wise, we got obviously this Burning Shores one. All of the above here is main quest stuff. I got that in my first playthrough of the main game, but this is for the Burning Shores. We have all the audio data points, we got all the holograms, and all the quest related ones. And side quest. But as you can see, we're missing a couple of world data points right here that we're gonna go find using the guide I have on hand here. And we're missing 3 glyphs and the 5 of the companion data points. You had to complete the companion side quests to get these, and on the playthrough I did my first playthrough on, I had not done that, so that's why I couldn't get them. But we're getting them now, because on this save file I have beaten the companion quest, so we can go and find them. But first, let's find all the remaining world data points here that we are missing. So we're missing number 5 and number 6 here, so let me see in the guide where number 5 is. So let's go to the map here. It is apparently right here.
Now what could that possibly do? Time to find out.
Completion-wise, just on my first playthrough, if you didn't watch it, I got 92%. I'm only missing the arena, but we'll go over that later. And for those wondering, I got all the trophies as well, in case you did not watch my first playthrough. The reason, and I already mentioned why I didn't do the arena earlier, but that was because of when I started this playthrough, I went in with very limited weapons, and they did not expect them to add new arena challenges that would be really hard, and therefore the weapons I had were simply not sufficient enough to do the arena challenges. Alright, so it's right here in the car. Yeah, the unknown is the arena, for those who don't know. This is data point number 5. That was one of the ones we did not find in the first playthrough. So let's go over it. How do you say that? Juiced online reviews. So it's an advert. We've all been there. Excuse me. We've all been there. Your holo looks great, but IRL your skin is dull, dreary, and washed out. Wish there was an easy way to keep the you beneath your holo skin glowing? Well, for LA's best kept beauty secret, look no further than Joust. The #1 derma enhancing catalytic juice cleanse is loved by celebs and aestheticians. I can't say the word, I'm not even gonna try. Alike. Proprietary juiced origin blend binds to your body's mattifying molecules, converting them to full spectrum sparkle and leaving you glowing inside and out. It's time to unlock your true beauty potential and shine. So the reviews, 5 stars. Was so excited to try it after seeing a proxy promo it. I love her holos. No other product backs it up like Joust. My skin and hair are shining like diamonds. Even my teeth are shining. 5-star review. Drone just delivered my juice box. Got lich and guava flavor. Tastes kinda chemical, but it's gonna work right. 2-star review. Was gonna give 1 star. The taste is foul, but after a mix-up, my Alfred has been using it as a toilet cleaner, and it's never been so sparkly. Guess I'll keep it, thanks, Joust. Ah yes, skincare products. Yeah, some of those words are difficult, I'm sorry. So that was that one. Let me see here. So the next one I was missing was number 6, right? Yes, number 6, which is the one called Leaving LA. And according to the guide, I will find it right here. So let's head over there. So yeah, I'm using a guide to find these remaining ones, in case you're wondering. That is because, what's it called? Oh. That is because, obviously, if I tried to find them blindly, it would take like a million years. So, the ones we missed on the first playthrough, I'm simply gonna use a guide to quickly go through them. Because I don't want to spend all day long just looking for them. It looks like it's gonna be right down by that truck. Right next to the water wing, but we can scan it from here. Leaving LA. Text log. Well, I always thought that if I had lived to see the end of days, I'd ride it out in my crummy apartment behind the scan and save. But here I am instead crammed into an evac center, leaving you behind. But I'll miss you, LA. I'll miss the glare of your late afternoon sunlight when I get off my shift. I miss cheering the losing team on Sundays at the McBooker Stadium. I'll miss trying to see stars through your endless hollows, every late night taco truck run, early morning hangovers, your beaches, the surf, the way the waves crash on the sand like they want to climb right into the city and join the fray. I'll even miss that one guy that seemed to be on every corner trying to make a quick buck with shitty hollow card tricks. And most of all, I'll miss that feeling, the one scattered between every boulevard and back alley. The one everyone who calls you home knows no matter where they come from or what language they speak with their grandma on Sundays. That one hopeful feeling that we are all reaching towards something bigger and better. Or bigger, better. Yeah. In those final hours when the hollows went dark and the sirens blared, I knew it was all over for real. But LA, I want you to know, I'll miss you forever. Somebody actually liking LA for a change. Would you look at that? Those late night taco trucks is sure a staple of Los Angeles. I've heard they have really good tacos in LA, so I can imagine. Oh. Alright, so next one here is number 8, and we're also missing number 10. So number 8 is apparently fairly close by here. So number 8 is apparently right up here, actually. So I assume on that little hangover cliff here, we'll find it. I love these world data points, by the way. They add so much to like just the world building, especially of the old world. And what time was like in like the 2060s. And, you know, or between now and the 2060s. Let me get some water here. Devon's War on Gastronomy. News item. Data corrupted. Eaten at many fast foodery in my time. I've sampled the finest cheeseburgers this side of the equator, and crunched my way through a veritable mountain of rapid print tacos. I believe fast food doesn't have to be bad food, yet no restaurant illustrates my point worse than Devon's Vertfru, where I had the displeasure of eating this week. From their cartoon-splattered hollow menu, I selected the double Devon burger combo with crispy print bacon. The meal was thrown to my window within moments. I held my nose and took my first and only bite. The texture, bland as off-white drywall and just as juicy. Devon's low-res printers makes each bite as equally unremarkable as the last. Dare to look closely, and you'll observe line-by-line print marks in the patty. And the taste, which I would generously label salty clay, is nothing too data corrupted. So a review of Devon's food place. But yeah, I'll imagine in the 2060s roughly that the quality of what's it called, fast food will depend a lot on how it's printed. To some extent. Alright, so number 10 is down by the Dreadwing, apparently. I feel like I went past the Dreadwing many times on my playthrough, so I'm surprised I missed that one. But yeah, apparently it's right there. Printing food? I mean, a lot of people say that's the future of food. And I would imagine the quality of the printer will depend on how good it is. But yeah, I would imagine one way to tell would be if you can literally see the print marks. So apparently it's around here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's right under there. I see it. The man behind the kini. It's a mail from Hasim Lakan to Rudy McKinney fan mailbox. Subject: thank you. Hi, Mr. Mankini. I'm Hasim. I know with everything you probably never see this. We met on the evac vert. I just boggled in my daughter. There weren't any more seats. There weren't any more seats. They needed to take off. The hills were burning outside. Soldiers started shouting, pulling my arms. I didn't want to leave her. I was in hysterics, but you were so calm. Just buckled your seatbelt and offered me your place. Just unbuckled your seatbelt and offered me your place as we took off. I watched your hands in your pockets like you were waiting for a taxidrome. I can't believe I didn't clock who you were till we landed. I've been waiting by the landing pad hoping to thank you in person, but it seems like we were the last ones out. So I guess this fan mail's got to be it. Thank you for giving us these final days together. They got the Mankinis bobsled bonanza hollow in the refugee center. We watched it. Ryder hasn't giggled like that in a long time. You got 2 lifelong fans in us, Mr. Mankini, however short those lives might be. Hasim and Ryder. So a man that sacrificed his seat on an evac. So dad could escape with his daughter. And however short they might be. Well, given the events of Enduring Victory, at most probably a month. And next one is number 20. Let me find it here. Whoops. That was the wrong one. There we go. Number 20 is found over by the rollerbacks. It's apparently right here. That's also why I feel like if they're making that Netflix show, the Horizon Netflix show, which, I mean, we know they're making it, but the rumor is it's gonna be about, you know, the things leading up to Zero Dawn. You know, it could touch a lot on, like, Operation Enduring Victory and everything. And you could get a lot of really heartfelt moments out of that. So it's apparently around here somewhere. I guess it's this one up here. Eating Rich, yes. But yeah, just a reminder again for those who might not have heard. Sony and PlayStation is making a Horizon TV show that is coming to Netflix apparently in 2024. We don't know anything about it yet, but other than that, what I just said there, but expected 2024 for Netflix. But the rumor is that it's not going to be about Aloy, it's going to be about all the events leading up to Zero Dawn in the story. So probably around Elizabeth Sobek, Ted Faro, Enduring Victory, Far Zenith, all that. So it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, Eating Rich. News item. Data corrupted. Since his very public vert rage meltdown, the celebrity chef has shed much of his wealth, securing a remote compound 5 hours farther inland than his former residence in the hills. At Hamson.Hollow, his personal hollow site, he shared his side of the fender bender to his formidable following. Hamson claims to have been provoked by a human-piloted vert, inefficient and costly. Human piloting has become a popular nostalgic pastime for LA's rich. Many in Hampton's audience felt spoken to by the star's outrage and these scourges in the skies. His most devoted followers have since moved to the compound, which is marketed as an all-inclusive cooking academy focused on eating rich. What many thought was an innocent play on words from the eccentric celebrity has increasingly drawn concern after the disappearance of Gerard Toussaint, a former business partner who hasn't been seen since he visited in August. So did they actually eat the rich? But yeah, that's probably gonna be a pastime for a lot of people in like the future when everything actually is automated. Actually driving something for yourself or flying something for yourself. So the next one is the one after Finest Hour, which is 23. Any news on the PC port for Forbidden West? No news and nothing official. The next one is not far away, it's just a little further south. Apparently it is right here. But yeah, no news on Horizon Forbidden West on PC yet. It's probably on top of that tower. Probably need to fly up here. He's gonna get so much hate for that. I mean, you are just an actor, surely. I mean, I know it happens that people... where is it? Oh, it's down there. I see it. That people hate on actors because they don't like the character, but come on, man. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. Anyway, Sci Today Juventus 2. News item. Data corrupted. The reopening sends the message that we will forever say no to terrorism and death and yes to life. Sci Today. And how do you respond to critics who say that you are only interested in life, in the sense of extending it for the rich and powerful? Jansen. Here at the clinic, we are not developing treatments for any one group, but for all of humanity. That said, it's no secret that bleeding-edge science requires capital. Aubrey once likened our patrons to canaries in the coal mine, absorbing the bond of innovation and experimentation so that everyone can benefit in the long run. I admire his thinking and his legacy. Frankly, I admire our patrons too. Side Today response. But how long is the long run? Jansen. That's just the point, isn't it? We are trying to give everyone more time, to enable humanity to think in terms of centuries instead of seconds. As such, I can't give you an exact timeline for Data Corrupted. Well, only the Zeniths ended up getting that. So what's the next one here? This one is 29, I believe, yeah. The one after that crap. So 29, this one is located over here. In the lava fields, apparently. So let's over there. Still no keyboard and mouse support for the PS5? Not that I know of, no. There are tools you can use, I think they're called the Sims, still, that emulates mouse and keyboard movement to controller inputs, but obviously that's not great. But that's the only thing I know of. There's no native support, to my knowledge. I hate when the marker is like under the map. I hope they fix that in a future patch. Apparently there's a data point somewhere. Oh, it's a lot further ahead. It's a little hard to see because of the marker being under the map. Oh, went past it. Let's on some of the houses here. Found it. The post-offer era. News item. Data corrupted. Years, innovations have reinvigorated this art. Now we have truly surpassed the era of human-authored content. Within seconds, living immersive virtual experience lives go beyond what a team of writers, cinematographers, and animators could create in years. Lives are a visceral and sensory amalgamation that entertains both the conscious and subconscious equally. The content itself may seem outwardly dreamlike and incoherent, taking swift turns at the slightest hint of disinterest. But what does that matter? For once, we are achieving the highest levels of human engagement. The feeling is phenomenal, and the only way to achieve it is by constructing a personal algorithm offer for each individual. As for the content addictive qualities, those rival horrors you see of emaciated teens with live lenses crusted to their rentals, propaganda and hysteria by data corrupted. How's my day going? It's pretty alright. It's pretty alright. So I guess that's like a reference to like AI created stuff that... Yeah, I guess at some point AI could theoretically be so good that... what's it called? AI is gonna be so good that it can create stuff on the fly to entertain you, and at the moment it notices you're not engaging with it, it changes it up to make it engaging again, and then it becomes super addictive. I feel like that's not how human psychology would work in the long run, though. Personally, but it is definitely something to think about when it comes to, I guess, AI. No, I got the North one as the first aerial capture, and it worked fine for me. But I have heard that other people have issues with it. Gorilla said in one of their in the patch notes of the recent patch that they know of the issue and are looking into fixing it. So next one is 46, right? Oh, sorry, 36. So final flight. Oh, wait, no. Told You So is it called. And this one is located next to the Traumatusk. Apparently right there. When I did the aerial captures in my first playthrough, I had no issues with them. One of them, to be fair, the game crashed when I completed it, but after rebooting the game and I played through it again, it worked fine. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people have issues with it, and I'm sorry if you're one of them. But hopefully it'll get fixed in the next patch. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another patch like this week. So yeah, apparently... Oh, the data point is literally right there. Traumatusk is in the way. Let me scan it. Thank you. Told You So. Message log. Cat. The court ruled in their favor. Bogdan. I'm sorry, babe. Cat. Judge said REC memory services rendered the offered services and made clear the risk. Bogdan responds. Technically, you did get to see the blind island for the first time again. Cat responds. They wiped my whole last year at MIT. Bogdan. I know, I'm just saying. Cat. What are you saying? Whose side are you on? Bogdan responds. Just that some people do think that stuff is too experimental. Cat. Of course. Cat responds. Of course. You would told you so this. Bogdan. Also, Abso not worth that Haggy twist ending hollow. Cat. Haggy? Bogdan. Well. Cat immediately responds. You know what, Bogdan? Maybe I should have asked them to wipe you from my, I assume, memory. So some sort of experimental memory thing. So my assumption is that that was some sort of memory thing where they could replay a memory of you, but apparently it failed and instead it deleted all her memories from going to MIT. Interesting. Or... Interesting. I guess that is scary when you are an early adopter of certain things. So the one right after Told You So, which is 37. 37 is found by the Tide River, apparently right next to it. Apparently right there, in the middle of it. Hey Gladiator, how are you doing today? Alright, so let's dive down here. What's right here? A warm invitation. So it's a text mail from David Lang to all contacts. Subject, a warm invitation. All. For months, the World Order has commanded us to fear the robots that have engulfed our planet, to fight them. But where has that gotten us? I and my fellow children of the plague wish to extend a warm invitation to a peaceful alternative. If you see that this is the end of humanity has wrought, one which we are ultimately destined to embrace, you are welcome at Dundee's farm. There among the puppies, we await the fate we deserve. I hope to see you all soon, David. So yeah, I guess he is inviting people to just come and wait for the robots to come, or the plague. What did he call it? The children of the plague? Damn. If they actually make a show about Enduring Victory, I hope they include like a scene of people just, you know, actually just being there waiting to be taken over by the plague. That's terrifying. Alright, we got a few more still. Oh. So let's see, which one are we missing now? Oh, we're just only missing one world data point, which is the last one. So the last one, number 45, is right in the middle of the map next to... Yeah, apparently it's right there, right next to this camp. Surprised I didn't find it since it was next to a camp. Somewhere down this crevice. Probably a lot further down, I assume. I think I saw it through the wall there.
Walk it off. Just walk it off.
Oh, it's right here. I found it. Aha. Chat Buddy Daily Check-in. Message log. Loading Chat Buddy V6.5. Your automated journal companion. Loading Chat Buddy V6.5. Connection secured. Chat Buddy. Good afternoon, Harry. It's time for your daily check-in. Wrecked by user MamaBear354. What did you learn in school today? Harry replies. Same stuff as yesterday, I guess. Chat Buddy. Please describe your lesson, Harry. Harry responds. Well, in... What's that? Oh, Sci class. Well, in Sci class, we learned about Metallurgic and Minic, and also Vast Silver, the AI that came alive and got captured. Chat Buddy, what did you think of the material? Harry. Don't know why they took Vast Silver away. It would have been cool to talk to a real AI. Harry. I bet it's nice. Maybe it spent time with... I bet it's nice. Maybe it spend time with me for real, and then I wouldn't need anybody else, and my mom wouldn't get really mad that I was bothering her and make some stupid program check in on me and ask me the same questions every day. Chat buddy. Thank you for sharing, Harry. And then chat buddy. Automatic reminder. Please ensure all homework assignments are completed. And then Harry responds, yeah, okay. Harry logged off. Closing application. Error. Process interrupted. Connection unstable. Reinstalling. Error. Unknown connection established. Error user unknown. It would have been cool to talk to you too, Harry. Ooh. Nice. Another Vast Silver reference. For those who don't know, Vast Silver has been was an AI that went broke in I forgot the origin story of it. I don't remember from the top of my head, but it's essentially an AI that went rogue and just is now on basically the internet in the Horizon world, reaching out to people. And this is like, I believe, the 7th or 8th data point about Vast Silver at this point. I believe there are like 3 or 4 Vast Silver data points in Horizon Zero Dawn, and then 3 or 4 in Forbidden West, and now we have another one. So that's pretty cool. It's cool that they keep making references to Vast Silver. Maybe we'll finally... a lot of people predicted Vast Silver would be a part of the story in Forbidden West, but maybe in Horizon 3 Vast Silver will be... will actually have some... you know, direct relation to the story or something, or maybe we'll just continue to hear about it in the data points. And also, that's the thing, Vast Silver is also, it was an AI that got, what's it called, too smart. It basically got too smart and escaped because of that. And because Vast Silver got away, they made laws in the Horizon lore that AIs were not allowed to be smarter than a certain level. Which is why Cyan from the Frozen Wilds was created in secret. Because in order for an AI to have feelings like Cyan has, which he needed to be, you know, working in the volcano thing, it needed to exceed that level, so that's why they created Cyan in secret. And the same also applied to Gaia, which, you know, Gaia was also had to break those laws in order to create feelings. But Vast Silver was the original one that got too smart. And after that, they put like a hard code limit for how smart AIs could become in the Horizon universe. Because Vast Silver caused a lot of issues. So that's like the lore of Vast Silver. Alright, so we actually got all the world data points now. Very nice. So I guess next up is the 3 glyphs we're missing, which first off is glyph number 4. And that one is located in Fleet's End, so somehow I missed that one. But I believe this is the one where you had to complete a side quest in order to find it, so that's probably why I missed it, or maybe I was really blind in my first playthrough. Nonetheless, I apologize. But yeah, it would be cool to see Vast Silver actually come into play in a future Horizon game, or... But at the same time, it's also cool to just see Vast Silver continue to be like referenced in data points, and just have that ongoing story of Vast Silver happening in the video games, which I also think is kind of neat. I think random side quests. He made a video at some point, I believe, going over all the lore behind Vast Silver that you should check out if you haven't seen it. Oh, there's Ring in jail. Oh, I didn't know you could go and talk to him here. Oh, I guess we just found this.
What do you want, barbarian? Come to gawk?
So this is like Durable from the first game. You can just go and talk to him in jail.
This cursed land has emboldened dissenters and renegades. An officer of compliance would never be treated this way in the Great Delta. Believe me, My report to the board when we get home will be thorough. Traitors and conspirers will not go unpunished. You and Seika killed a metal devil? Impossible.
I'm sad I missed this on my first playthrough, but this is
What
pretty
do you
cool.
want, barbarian? Gawk?
Nice. Well, I guess we got it now. So yeah, the glyph, I believe, is probably further up. Shoot him? Can you shoot him? Or do you just want me to? Yeah, you can't. I would be very surprised if you actually could do that. Shoot him with the toy bow. Oh yeah, here it is. Confidential property of Ring. Book. Oh, so Ring, the guy we just talked to. That was the guy, the confidentially officer from the first side quest we completed, for those who don't remember. So let's read his book here, or report, I assume it is. Persuasion of Confidentiality Clause 919.3d. As set forth by the Board of Compliance, any person caught viewing, tampering with, or in possession of a compliance officer's property shall face immediate legal persecution. Final warning. Notes for compliance final report. Va and Inky, diviners. Loss of overseer Bohai troubling risk of breakdown of social property without proper supervision. Inky reportedly, how do I say that? Fraternizing with several sailors. Need names. Update. Inky presumed dead on scouting mission by killed on search and rescue mission for lost crew. Upon return, ensure Board of Overseers views Admiral Gerard as liable for their deaths, not compliance. Borge, supervisor. Unauthorized distilling of bleach blaze reported by fellow supervisor. Confiscated bleach blaze may leave name of final report provided supply keeps following. So he's taking bribes. Malva, cook. Served me a crab leg instead of a claw. Unacceptable. Dinner was all kelp, no crab. An intentional slight against an officer of compliance. Sand grit in my porridge. Find a charge that will stick. Do not forget. So he's intentionally looking to get her charged somehow for not giving good food. Or sand in food. Probably a reason why there's sand in your food. Maybe you should think about that one. Last one. Sega, Marine. Disproportionate level of contribution to settlement versus rank since shipwreck. Has gained trust of Admiral one to watch. Results driven short-term benefit but signals disrespect for rules and process. Theft of diviner's focus. Capital crime. Concluding with a redhead barbarian add to the charges. Admiral Jared has allowed crimes to go unpunished. Possible treason charges. So he wants to get treason charges on Jared. He is indeed very petty. Be interesting to see what the board will do with him when when he gets home. If they'll actually listen to his report. Have I found the Bren data point yet? Not yet. I am sure it will be one of the next ones we're getting to. So next one is number 6. Number 6, which is located, let me see here. Still following the guide, by the way. This one is Oh, this one was apparently part of the camp over here. Somehow I missed one that was part of the camp. Huh. But Oscam Bear, thank you so much for the 18-month resub. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the continued support. Hope you're doing well. See you later, Fredericks. What machines do I want to be rideable on Horizon 3? I don't know. Something that is not just a water wing that goes fast underwater, maybe? I assume the data point is going to be up on this. Somehow I did not check this camp thoroughly when I completed it in my first playthrough. Rip. But here's the glyph. The test. Scroll. The others are panicking. I can read it on their faces. Hear it in their whispers. Weak, pathetic, faithless worms. Together we all sworn devotion to Londra. But now, without the promise of ascension, they crumble and mourn. Loose rocks against the tide. Their tiny minds don't see this is why we were chosen. They don't see this is another way we prove our loyalty. I will find a way to be with you, Walter. On this world, and a new world, whatever it takes. I will turn this pain into devotion. I will find who destroyed your dream. I will spill the blood of these cynics. I will. It's another glyph of one of the people that were influenced by... what's it called? MSP? Ride a Thunderdome? I mean, in Horizon 3, what about just making every machine rideable? Imagine riding into battle on a burrower just for the flex. Alright, one more glyph to go, which is the last one. I have a feeling, I think I know what this one will be. But let's see here. So this one is over in Beverly Hills. Which, let me see, it's around, I'm looking at the wrong spot. Apparently it's around here. This is the final glyph we missed in the first playthrough. But on a more serious note, in Horizon 3, I would just like, if we are gonna do more underwater stuff, it would be nice to have like a dolphin or some sort of machine that can go really fast underwater or something. I don't know. Or maybe a machine that can like climb up vertical stuff, maybe like a spider or something. Or like an ant or whatever. Something that goes up vertically would be cool. Oh, here it is.
It's some kind of painting. Is that machine oil?
Machine oil, you say? And we have a mural that looks very similar to something in Zero Dawn. Let's check out the glyph. I warn you, scroll. Delvers and travel folk beware. I set my eye upon the sigil that reeks of machine oil, and a very itch raised the hairs about my neck. I was being watched, sure as the sky is up and the dirt is down. Worse anonymous whisper called to me from the rocks and stones, hissing of secrets and portents, an ancient ghost rising in the east. I know not if that hideous voice were mortal or spirit, but I do know it is a delvery of one kind or another. I tell you, the sigil is a curse meant to mark this ill-fated ground. Flee if you can, straight at your peril, you have been warned. The little Easter egg that Bryn was here. So Bryn was the machine oil drinker from the first game. You might remember him. He was the guy that predicted a bunch of stuff. He also said at the end of the first game that he was gonna head to the Forbidden West. And I guess we found him. Or found traces of him, but he's obviously not in the game. A little disappointing, but something tells me it could just be that they probably couldn't book the voice actor or something to redo the role, because sometimes it doesn't work out like that. But yeah, pretty cool that they at least made this little note of him here. Ghost in the East, either Vas Silver or Jin Sakai. Ghost in the East, I think he's just talking about like the coming from the first game. Ghost could be like Hades or something, I don't know. So yeah, we got all the glyphs now, we have all the world data points and all the other things we talked about. So the last thing we got remaining now in terms of data points is the companion data points. Which means we have to head back to the regular main game to find those. So let's first head over to Legacy Landfall and find the one left behind by Elkjaer. So you might remember if you saw my first playthrough, after you beat the Burning Shores, you get the... Well, actually, I think you can get it earlier, but we did get one of the companion data points, which is at the base, which is from from Beta. And then the other data points from the companions will appear once you have completed their side quests. So you might remember each character in Forbidden West has like a side quest, or each of the characters at the base has like a side quest you can complete. After that, they will show up in, or after you beat the main quest, they'll show up in their, places of where they are from, I guess. Elkjaer, obviously, here in Legacy Landfall. But after you complete Burning Shores, you can go here and there'll be a data point instead of the character. And these are the companion data points.
Guess I was busy somewhere else. What's that note say?
And in my first playthrough, I missed these companion data points because I had not completed the side quest on the save file I was doing. But I've completed them since, so let's go over them here. Let me get some water here, since I need to read more. The outfit, I'll look over it after the data point here. So this is from Elkjaer. Sorry I missed you. Text log. Aloy, sorry I missed you. Or you missed me. I'm off to score more ruins with some of our soldiers. Don't worry, after our escapades getting the Leviathan data, still haven't gotten over the surprise Slitherfang, or almost falling to my death. I think I can handle another excursion in the wilds. Unless we run into a Thunderjaw or a Slaughterspine, or Thunderjaw and Slaughterspine, yikes. She shouldn't go to the Forbidden West if that's the case. Anyway, the soldiers and sailors who decided to stay at Landfall are a good bunch. I've been quietly teaching a few of them how to use a focus. Let me tell you though, it is not easy to convince someone who spent their whole life believing the focus is a forbidden relic that it's okay to have one. Their help will be invaluable in searching the ruins. San Francisco had a lot of technology HQs back in the day. If there's data out there that can help us with Nemesis, thanks again, Zenith shitbags. Whoops, sorry. We'll find it. See you in a bit, Alva. So yeah, Alva trying to recruit the Quinn to, help with the Nemesis thing. And yeah, I guess she tried to give them focuses, but probably a little difficult when they've been told that they are strictly forbidden. Alright, let's see here. It was the outfit you wanted to know. The outfit I'm wearing is the, Quen Deadeye, and I have the red dye on it. Quen Deadeye, which is one of the, I believe that's the one I got from completing the side quest in Burning Shores. If I'm not mistaken. Alright, so that's Elva's data point. Now let's go and get Kotalos. And Kotalo, after the main quest, will appear in the Memorial Grove. So if you head into the grove, you can find a data point from him there, provided you have completed his side quest. Which is the one where you go build the artificial arm.
You know, I kind of thought Chico Claro made up.
The visions of the Ten are renewed.
Guess I was wrong.
That fight was a sight to behold.
Where are your scars? You were there? Well, good thing I have
Hey, Zeph.
something called strategy.
I guess Katala left to take care of something. That note might tell me more.
Let's see Kotalo's note. A new mission. Text log. Aloy, an update on progress here. If my tribe is going to do anything at all to help deal with the threat, they must be united, both among the clans and beyond. To that end, I have left on a new mission. We have arranged for another embassy with the Elkjaer. Only this time it won't be at the gates of Barren Light. The Sun King has agreed to host a Tanakh delegation in Meridian, the first of its kind. I admit it'll be strange walking freely into the lands of the tribe's old enemy. Aaron spoke highly of this Avad. I trust his word well enough, but I'll keep my guard up, just the same. There are many on both sides who may still hold a grudge for blood spilled. Should anyone try to ruin the proceedings, they'll have a martial steel fist to answer to. Strike true as the 10 out there. I'll see you again soon, Kotalo. So Kotalo actually organized to talk with Abad. And in the differences between the Tanakh and the Elkjaer, which hopefully will make it easier to get them to fight alongside each other for Horizon 3. So nice. Now let's head over to So. Which Horizon game / DLC is the hardest to speedrun? The hardest speedrun is probably the Frozen Wilds. How's the catch-up going? Going pretty well, just going over all the data points we missed right now. And then after that, we got after all the data points, then we got the arena left, and that's that. But here's the So one. No, Aloy died? Oh, there it is.
Looks like she left a note behind.
So let's see what So is doing. The long season ahead. Aloy. Aloy, if you come to see me, I'm off smoothing things over with the chores. We may not know what the future will hold, but what is certain is that we'll need the tower on our side. And for that, we'll need the chores. Surprisingly, Thane of all people seems receptive to my overtures when the time finally comes to tell them about Nemesis. He just may prove to be an ally. Perhaps even stubborn old vines can be persuaded to grow in a new direction. After things are well on their way here, I plan to set out on a pilgrimage to the sacred land. Val told me much about his homeland, and about his mother, War Chief Sona. I must tell her everything that has happened, the good and the bad, a daunting prospect, but one I shall see through. Be well, Aloy, until we meet again. So.
Often she went to the old
So I guess So we actually went to the sacred land to talk to Sona.
would look up from her tea and smile.
It's gonna be an interesting conversation. Your
Where does the world begin?
It's gonna be an interesting conversation, because, well, turns out your son Val died, but I'm carrying his baby. And also getting the tower to join our side, which is awesome. So very nice. Oh, I'm dropping a lot of frames here. I'm sorry about that, guys. The internet should stabilize here in a second. Sorry about that if you're watching live on stream. Alright, let's head to Aaron now. Because Aaron also leaves behind a data point here once you have completed the first Forge quest.
Your health is my business.
Ah, finally.
So Aaron's data point here. Aloy, this is for you. Aloy, Gaia told me how to record something on one of these things, so hope this works. I'm headed back to the claim. Mullen and I have been discussing how the Oseram might help against, well, you know, the big scary space monster. And the more we thought about it, the more we realized we'll need to plan this out carefully. I mean, how many people can even wrap their heads around the idea of an angry machine swarm hurtling towards us, made up of the spirits of thousands of angry copies of immortal space people? It still makes my head spin, but if I could get my world turned upside down and still come out with my bolts intact, then I know others of my tribe can too. It's just a matter of finding the right people with the right skills and ideas who maybe can help. So that's what I'll do. Find those special people, spark a flame, not an inferno. Gonna stop by Meridian on my way back too. I took a bunch of focuses for some of our friends there. Never imagined I'd be teaching anyone anything that didn't have to do with smashing things with a hammer. But then again, I never imagined the majority of the crazy things we have gotten into since we first met. I'll be sure to give them your regards. And hey, whenever you need me, you got me. Just say the word and I'm there. Aaron. Nice. Some nice little words from Aaron there. Cool. Aaron giving focuses out back in Meridian. Very nice. So let's quickly see here. I know we're missing one companion data point. That's the silence one. I'll go over that one in a sec. But there's actually one more thing I want to do here in Dune Hollow. So let's head up to Stemmer here. Because, you might remember in the Burning Shores we completed a relic ruin, which gave us one of the things to use for Stemmer. I forgot what they're called, the holiday things.
Stemmer.
But that requires us to quickly complete his quest here.
Dream dawned for the adventuring
So
trio.
let's do that.
They return to the depths of the formerly sunken city.
This quest is super quick, so I'll include it in the video.
Behind every crumbling wall, as a bulging cake bursts with free-flowing ale. That is, we broke our way into more of the ruins below, and in one of them, the wordsmith beheld a glimmering gizmo, a wonder among a sea of wonders. Alas, the gizmo lay beyond his grasp.
You saw some kind of gizmo but couldn't get it?
A door bars the way, locked by some confounded means. Morland contemplated explosives, but Abaddon thought the odds of crushing the gizmo under rubble were too high. For once, the Shard counter skepticism might be warranted. The old wordsmith's hopes were dashed, until a friend with a knack for performing the impossible returned from beyond the sands. Might I persuade you to venture beneath the desert once more?
I'll see what I can do. Where is this place?
Once you're down there, take a right at the statue of the giant man. The ruin rests beside a metal tower. And so our heroine went forth, and the wordsmith's hopes went with her.
So let's quickly complete this Night of Lights.
Make good use of this.
So we can see the relic ruin thing. Whoops. That could have been a little bit more graceful, but we got down there. Oh, they're called ornaments. That was the word I forgot. But yeah, we got an ornament from the relic ruin in Burning Shores.
The giant statue
But in order to use it, we need to complete this Stemmer quest real quick here. Because, again, I hadn't completed any side quest on my save file for Burning Shores here, so we'll quickly do it. It's very quick when you know what to do. So let's quickly go ahead and do it. So if you head in here, you can just type in the code and get the ornament. And then head back to Stemmer. And I already know what the code is, so we don't need to go and find the clues. It's 73 91 35.
There we go. I'm in. There. That must be the gizmo. Got it.
There we go. Got the gizmo, and now we can head back to Stemmer and see it.
Figure out how to make this thing work.
Normally you have to do a bunch of stuff. I forget exactly, but you have to, I think, move around some things and all that to get like the code for that door, but we did that in our first playthrough of Forbidden West. We're not gonna repeat that here in this little extra video here. Because all we care about is just seeing the ornament light up Las Vegas. So let's quickly head upstairs so we can see it. And then after that, we'll head to the final companion data point we're missing, which is the silence one. And if you're wondering where you get that one, you'll find out. Well, I haven't even done any Hundo run yet. Or either Burning Shores or Forbidden West. Burning Shores Hundo is currently one of the goals we have for the Dono goal. So out of respect for the goal, I can't really do that until the goal is met. Alright, let's head up and see it. That I do, Seth. And it'll happen one day. Just like the Okami playthrough. Alright, let's have a look.
The Nora returned, but did she bring tidings of triumph or misfortune?
I got the gizmo, and it's not the only one I found. Here.
The old wordsmith, a keen spark in his eye and gratitude in his heart, held aloft the gizmo that had eluded him.
It's called an ornament, actually. Part of a set.
Huh. You know, some delvers tapped a ruin north of here recently and said they saw a trinket like this one, beyond their reach. Might have been another one of these ornaments.
That's worth looking into.
And so the mystery of the ornament deepened. For what purpose were these trinkets designed?
Something called the Knights of Light's holiday promotion. It's a way the old ones celebrated special occasions, I think.
Like feasts?
Kind of. I think a holiday marked a seasonal event?
And so does every feast in the claim. There's the Feast of the First Keg, the Feast of Fermentation, the All Hops Feast.
All about ale, huh? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, these ornaments could supposedly change the lights above ground, but I'm not sure how.
I recognize this marking. Saw the same on a little device we unearthed. Here.
It might be able to turn on the lights.
Time to find out. Which one should I try first?
Well, the Christmas one is the one you get automatically from the quest I just completed. But since we completed the Relic Ruin in the Burning Shores, we get Oktoberfest. So let's see it.
Let's put this one up.
By our heroine's word, the lights will dazzle.
Cheers everyone for Oktoberfest.
Now this I understand. He felt a pang of long-lost kinship for the sharing of traditions through ale and harvest. Let me know if you find any more of those ornaments. Wonder what other holidays the old ones celebrated.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
So very nice. I never thought it would be Oktoberfest you got from the Relic Ruin, but it's pretty cool. That would not have been the holiday I would have assumed it would have been. I don't know what I would have assumed it would be, but Oktoberfest would probably not be the first one that came to mind. But there we go. That's the ornament we got from the Relic Ruin. So now we have one more companion data point we're missing, which is the silence one. And that one you find over here in Tilda's mansion. So let's go and get it. Yeah, the way I do it in the plat runs here is how you beat the dry on early. And it's not been patched, you can easily do it. Even you don't need infinite jumps, it's a very simple jump around. Once we are done recording this, I can maybe show you on stream here. But yeah, the silence data point is right here. I don't know why it's floating. I'm sure there's something supposed to be spawned in that it's standing on, but it's not here now, so... Yep.
Silence must be searching through the Zenith base. Looks like he left some data behind.
So let's read the silence one. Let's get some water here. Probing the graveyard. Text log. First entry. The island is deserted after the Zenith's demise. Dead machines litter the battlefield while corpses of specters and their masters lay where they fell. Re-enabling the base defenses have kept the scavengers away, leaving this place all to myself. Thus begins my inquiry. Second entry. My analysis of the base printer matrix confirmed my suspicion. The structure self-destructed after the battle. A parting gift from Hephaestus, most likely. Perhaps in time it could be repaired, its functionality restored. Obtaining the necessary materials for such a task will not be trivial, however. The subordinate functions itself has undoubtedly returned to the global Cauldron network, where it will fortify its defensive measures to prevent recapture. Even if Gaia secures a workaround for Hephaestus' function from the Apollo database, the AI remains an unknown factor. Its brush with the Zenith technology may have evolved it in unforeseen ways, a problem for another day. Third entry. Further exploration of the base has yielded an alarming discovery. Records indicate that the 13th Zenith came to Earth, one more than has been accounted for. It appears his name is Walter Londra. From the logs, it seems a lone survivor went his own way shortly after their arrival. To what end, I can only theorize, but what is clear is that he'll need to be found. Time then to send Aloy on her way. Fourth entry. The Odyssey awaits. This moment had been delayed by my decision to stay on Earth. And while it will only be an initial excursion, it has indeed been a long time coming. My preparations are nearly complete. Fortunately, the base shuttle was mostly unaffected by the destruction from the battle piloting it, and docking to the Odyssey should be a rather straightforward task. Prior to their demise, the Zeniths were ferrying materials up to the ship on a regular basis. An almost entirely automated process, as it turns out. The true endeavor will begin once I am on board the ship. Despite all their navel-gazing, the Zenith may have been astute enough to have left some hidden surprise for uninvited guests. I'll need to find a way to disable any automatic defenses and neutralize potential booby traps. Only then might I claim my prize, the Apollo database. Securing the database will be yet another test of my skills, the most significant yet. The Zenith placed substantial safeguards on it when using it to train Beta, redacting and restricting access to large swaths of the archive. While she was never able to override those controls, all is not lost. Gaia could be used here, courtesy of Minerva's code-breaking capabilities. That, however, still leaves me to content with the possibility that the database may not be fully intact. Whether as a consequence of the Zenith's neglect over the last 1,000 years, or because it was damaged in their turbulent escape from Sirius. Part of the database may have been forever lost. Time will tell. What's certain is this momentous undertaking will require cunning and finesse, and if needed, a little auxiliary support. So there you go. That's what Silent's been up to. So he's scouring over the island. What's that light over there? I don't know what that light is. Interesting. But yeah, I guess Silent's scouring over the base and trying to find more data and figure out if the Odyssey has some sort of security measures he needs to get rid of. So he can get on board and get Apollo. But there you go. That is all the companion data points. Oh. Those are the ornaments. So let's just have a look here just to be sure. Yeah, you can see all the companion data points are now there. And now we have all the data points in the Burning Shores on our first playthrough. So there you go. All the ones above are from the main game. Again, I did it on a save file where I didn't have everything completed. So that's why they're missing, in case you're wondering. So, yeah, that is all the companion data points and all the data points done. So that is all I missed in my first playthrough, except one thing. We still have one more thing to do I didn't do in my first playthrough, and that is the arena. Because, for those who don't know, there were 4 arena challenges added to the DLC, or as part of the DLC. So, we'll need to go and complete those. I did complete one of them in my first playthrough, the first one with the water wings. But I think we have to complete all of them again in order to say we did it properly. So let's quickly go and attempt that. Or at least complete that one in order to unlock the rest of them. But we're going to be doing it on this save file where I have slightly better weapons, so I can actually do it on ultra hard, because, again, the reason I didn't do it in my first playthrough, I attempted it, but with the way that I had handicapped myself with pretty bad weapons, there was no way I was going to beat them without grinding for better weapons and all that, so unfortunate, but we're here now, so let's attempt some runs of the arena. I feel like I'm gonna need a rope caster, so let me quickly go grab that. Rope caster is always handy. I've not looked up any strats for ultra hard. Oh, did I hit the wrong button there? Nope, we're good. I've not looked up any like strats for the arena on ultra hard, so I'll still be blind, but with weapons that are capable of helping out here. So let me give the rope caster here. I guess I don't think I'm gonna use the sling. Well, like the sling is not really gonna be useful against the machines we have to go up against. And for the rope caster, let's quickly put on some draw speed. I feel like draw speed is just the best to put on. A rope caster, I don't really think there's any benefit to using anything else. At least to my knowledge, because I think you just want it to be as fast as possible.
Alright, walk the track. Under tomorrow's champion. Word if you would.
So yeah, let's give it a shot. Probably gonna go horribly, but oh well.
Champion, you looking for a challenge?
Reload speed is also useful. That's a good call, actually. Yeah, maybe 2 of them should be reload speed now that you mention it. I should listen to Fancy, because he is probably the most experienced arena person when it comes to the arena. But don't give me any strats. You know, this is technically part of my first playthrough, so I'm supposed to do this somewhat blind.
Better ready yourself.
So yeah, you have them here, and you have the 4 arena challenges here. Just in case you did not watch my first playthrough, you unlock these 4 arena challenges when you have completed the main quest of Burning Shores. So we got Apex Water Wings, Scrap Beast, Wildfire, and Plasma and Fire. And you need to complete these 2 to get this one, complete that one to get the last one. So let's quickly do that. I haven't done it on Ultra Hard. Actually, I have completed this one, as we can see if I view the leaderboard. Here's my time. I did a 453 with the purple or the bad weapons I had in my first playthrough. Still good enough to be apparently in top 700, so I guess that's something. But with slightly better weapons, maybe we can do the Water Wings one here a little better. So let's give it a shot. So yeah, I believe this challenge is just for Apex Water Wings, which is why I think the rope caster is gonna come in handy to tie them down, and then we gun them down after that. So I guess without further ado, let's just go for it. Nice, it is a one shot. Oh crap! Why isn't that tying up? Could you stay above the map, please? That might be a problem. Oh, they're glitching. It's not really fair that they're glitching. One of them is under the map. I don't know what is happening. My game is glitching out. What the fuck? Somebody explain what's happening. How much health do these guys have? Maybe I should have froze before I fought him. They appear to have a lot more health than I initially thought. Out of stamina. One down. They have about 13k health. Damn. They are 9.5 in one shot there. Okay, the freeze is definitely good. What happened to that guy that went under the map? Did he just despawn? Did I get lucky? Oh, that shot should not have missed game. There we go. Is he under the map? Am I screwed? I think he's under the map, yeah. We have to restart this one. Oh well, it gives me a chance to get a slightly better time, I suppose. So that's definitely a bug. That can happen. Good to know. Let's try again. Yeah, I'll once I've beaten all the arena challenges, I'll show you the carls I have on these weapons. For those curious. So yeah, I guess my plan is to tie down, freeze, and shoot. And obviously dodge. I should probably also be low health actually. Gotta remember I can use low health range here. Or they're not as easy to tie down as I thought they were gonna be. There we go, one more. How did that miss? What? So yeah, now we have low health range, which should boost our damage quite a bit. Quite substantially. Unlucky. Just taking my sweet time here to finish off these guys. Oh. Unlucky shot there, I guess. Okay, I hope it's evident that I did not look up any strategies before going into this. Come on, give me a crit. There we go. First one down. Yeah, they look a bit weird for rock breakers going underground. We got a 142.4. Almost top 50. That's kind of surprising. But I believe Fancy's record, or was it Paulino that had the record now? With like 20 seconds something. Pretty impressive. We'll definitely be grinding down that time at some point, but hey, we got top 50. Oh yeah, Wallison has the record, 20 seconds, Fancy right after. And B-Dub with 22. Oh. All the speedrun boys in the top 3. So sub 20 is probably happening soon. I'm curious to see what the strategy is for that, but I'll look into that later. Right now we're just trying to beat these for the playthrough video. Anyway, next up, Scrap Beast. Excuse me. So 4 Apex Clamberjaw and 2 Apex Bile Guts. So I feel like safe play is just tie down the Clamberjaws and then focus on the Bile Guts. Right? How the hell do you do this one in 20 seconds? I am confused. Don't tell me the strategy, by the way. I don't want it spoiled. Right now. We'll go over that maybe afterwards. I'm just trying to think here. Like, I'm not gonna figure that out on my own, probably. But pretty crazy. Alright, so yeah, I guess my plan will probably just be to tie down the Clamberjaws and then deal with the Bile Guts, then Clamberjaws after. Let's go for it. Could also tie down Bile Guts. Tie down all of them. Go ballistic with the rope caster. Surely the Clamberjaws are one shot, right? Yeah. That being said, still have to hit them. Too much of a distance. Goddamn glue. Is it Clamberjaws using glue? What machine is using glue? Oh yeah, it's a Bile Guts. I feel like tying them down is not really necessary, actually. I feel like I should have timed down the Bile Guts and then gone for the Clamberjaws. Yeah, I died there. Yeah, tie down the Bile Guts is better. Yeah. Tie down the Bile Guts and then just fight the Clamberjaws. Let's go for that. Because Clamberjaws I can freeze and... Clamberjaws I can just freeze and critical it. I haven't tied down Bile Guts before. Do they stay tied down for long? Oh yeah, it looks like they're tied down for a standard amount of time. Alright. Almost got a low health range there, so that's good. Alright, Clamberjaw time. Ah, the monkey. Ah, the monkey. Gotta heal myself here, otherwise I'm dead. Ah, how did that miss? Gotta remember, I just this. Two down. The step. So let's. Oh yeah, we can use Valor. Which I think will be a great help here. Oh, no ammo. One down. Nice. GG. Definitely pretty slow time-wise, but for a first attempt, not bad. Oh, technically second attempt. I died on the first. Wow, that was 12th place, really? Jesus. Well, almost top 10 on first try. Goddamn. I probably should have used the Chain Valor way earlier. If I had done that, I think I would have beaten this way quicker. I could probably have gotten under a minute if I'd used Chain Burst right away, or at least sooner in the fight. But GG. 133. But somehow this is beaten in 20 seconds as well. And I'm sure there's some trick to it, but I'll look into that later. The next one apparently is beaten in 10 seconds. By Mr. Fancy Pants in chat. So Wildfire, that's the one, 2 Scorchers and Apex Lamberjaws. So I think for my strategy going into this will probably be tie down Scorchers and then focus on Clamberjaws again. Similar to what we just did. But this time with Scorchers. And then if I have the Chain Burst, use it early. For sure. So we want to have Ropecast already and then be able to switch to Freeze. Where's the other Scorchers all the way over there? So yeah, let's go for it. Oh wow, it ties down a Scorcher in one shot. This Ropecaster is nice. Let's get a little health ranged here. Let me move, game, thank you. Don't like that I'm in the middle of the arena. Down. Lucky. Alley. One more. Nice. Potion. We're gonna freeze these guys in one shot. Yeah. Does that kill him? Probably not. Nice. That was really clean. That was really clean. '20th place. Sub 1 minute. Nice. Very nice. That one, I feel like that one is easier than the one with the bile guts. But oh well, I'll take that one. GG. And then the last one is Apex Fireclaw and Slaughter Spine. And somehow Fancy has done this in 12 seconds. Somehow. I'm curious to see those strats. I'll probably look them up after we are done finishing off this video for the follow-up to the first playthrough. But this will be the last thing in that follow-up, because this is the last thing we're missing, which is the final arena challenge. No problem, Zeph. Enjoy. And good luck to you. So this one is definitely a little tricky. It's just a regular Slaughter Spine, to be fair. It's not Apex. So what am I thinking here? I guess tie down... Yeah, let's tie down the Fireclaw and then focus on Slaughter Spine and then Fireclaw after. Will be my go. Will be my go-to one here. The Fireclaw is on the opposite side of the arena. That's a little annoying. Let's just wait for them to move around a little bit. Yeah, I'd imagine the first two ones are probably harder in terms of strategies for like world record times, because there's a lot more elements to them and moving machines. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for the cyclone. Let's just go down here. Let's head for him. Turn down. Nice. Oops. Rub and wheel, please. There we go. Some nice clean neck shots here. Guess we'll go for the belly then. Not enough to kill him apparently. Oh, unlucky. Not dead. Probably should have went low health. Slow. Still not dead. Why you have so much health? But GG. There we go. Thanks for the raid, Saft. That's all the arena challenges. 41. Just barely under a minute. I definitely could have done that faster. I should have been low health to get the health boost or damage boost. But GG, there we go. We have beaten all the arena challenges. We gotten all the data points, and that is everything we missed in my first playthrough of the Burning Shores.
Seeing you in the
I'm sure there's probably some other things I missed in my playthrough. I know there's some random dialogue that can play when you travel back and forth between the Burning Shores. I'm aware that's a thing, but what's it called? Getting those to play all of them at the specific time would take a lot of research and a lot of planning, so I can't really include those, but I'm pretty sure I've included basically everything now in my first playthrough of Burning Shores. So I hope you enjoyed watching it along, and I hope you enjoyed this little, I guess, extra episode of it. So yeah, thanks for watching if you're watching this on YouTube, and also, as I should mention, there's a link in the description to a playlist that has all of my first playthrough of the Burning Shores in it. So if you missed any part of it, check that out. You will find the episodes there. Other than that, thanks for watching. Take care.